you already, Holden. Oh no. We can't. Can we?
Man, baby.
Memorial Day is off. Can we cancel it?
I have been going back and forth with my emotions today.
Can we cancel it?
No, because then we don't get to sell. If you cancel April Reels Day, new rule. If you cancel April Reels Day, you're not allowed to celebrate 420.
No, you can't decree. You can't decree.
You're not allowed to celebrate 420 if you cancel April Reels. That's the reward system.
Hey, Ronnie Dykes, how are you guys doing?
Hey, Ronnie Dykes, welcome.
We don't wanna. We're so sensitive. What if we cry?
I'm so sensitive. I don't think I'm gonna jostle you as bad as I did last year.
Honestly, we'll talk about this. I'm gonna wait until people can hear you too, or else it sounds like I'm having a fucking.
No. I turned my mic on.
Okay. Caitlin, at least it's good when you put off 90 days. Then you have something else in your quarantine life to look forward to. Isn't that nice?
I know. I didn't realize maybe we should have done a different time doing it during 90 day. Whatever with 9. Oh my God, we have over 200 people watching.
Yeah, because we're ready to fucking do it, man. We're ready. I'm scared.
Just record it. Can't you just record it on the TV at this point?
Okay, what are you, 1,000? Yeah, but I watch it on the TLC app.
All right, cutting off the creepy me. Oh my God, we have almost 300 people watching. Or we have 250. That's not almost 300, but it kind of is.
Everyone is ready. I know. We're missing 90 Day Fiance right now, but we're gonna make it through this.
Anyways,
I have cried 4 times today.
I will say that. Okay, I'll just go ahead and say this right now. You're gonna need to start being more of a dick because I had a really hard time figuring out reels to throw on you.
I need to be more. No, I've finally got my fucking life together.
I just turned up Jackie. She was down a little bit.
I'm nicer than I used to be.
Yeah, and this is the problem because I had a really hard time. Because what are we doing? We're doing 2 each?
Well, I guess because I thought Lexi was joining us, so I wrote some that were for both of you. So.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, she can, you know.
No, I'll just change it to you.
Okay.
So let's talk about this.
We have 260 people watching April Reels Day right now.
So first of all, for April Reels Day, since we know, so we're gonna go into the rules. We're gonna get into the reason for the season. I hope you guys if everyone has their hand clappers, I hope you guys, you know what? I hope that you guys are with your loved ones. I hope you're also not with your loved ones now. Because this is a difficult time. This is scary. No, this is like a new thing. This is a new thing.
Man, baby.
This is a quarantine edition that will only, hopefully in our lifetimes, only happen once.
Right, and now
I am starting this off. I am drinking a shot of tequila.
Okay, I wish I had tequila. I'd take one with you. I'll do a slug of wine with you. I wish I had known. I would have made sure to have tequila for this occasion. Because I think you're right. I think everyone. New rule: unless you're sober, I think that you should absolutely have to, do a shot of tequila to start the celebration. By the way,
the celebration. This is a drunk celebration. It's okay. Again, yes. If you are sober, please don't drink.
By the way, this is a quarantine April Reels Day hand. You know, I couldn't get a hand clapper. It's just, it's not an essential item for most people but us.
Thank you, Jamie.
So I found this I actually didn't draw I found this online and printed it out.
Did you really? Oh, yeah, that's not your hand. Uh-oh, big hands,
And
guys.
this is like a rubber stirrer.
I should have this at all times, though, because it is a really great gesticulation tool. Uh-oh, I've got something to say about that.
Almost 300 people here to see us April Reels each other. And if you'd like to April Reels at home, I think that Holden is drinking red wine, Jackie's has tequila. My wife's Jid says Holden brought a knife to a gunfight.
Yes! See, this is the thing. You gotta get drunk for April Reels Day.
Everybody's complimenting you, by the way. It's disgusting.
Thank you, guys. I love you guys. Is it the eyebrows? Thank you, the Parkinson. It's part of the Glacier stuff. It's not. They're not all in there.
I'm
You
so
can see,
afraid
though.
now. Now Lexi's saying, "Are you gonna reels me?" I did not prepare a reels for Lexi. I thought she was out, down for the count. I can April reels you if you want, Lex, and then you can proceed to tell me how I need to stop drinking, and I get it.
I feel like everyone is here to maybe watch your marriage fall apart, and I think that is.
I'll come up with a reels for Lexi. I have one. I have one of me. I mean, I said to Lexi before, or Jackie before this started, that we April reels each other like every day. I feel like, but yes, I will happily.
Older now, L'chaim. The drinking must commence. If we are going to start our April Reels Day celebration, it is just like a Seder in which you must. If you don't want Jacob,
Man, baby.
something, or unless you want him, no, we want him at the table.
And we have hit 300 viewers. So let's take this.
This is for us.
So let's talk about the ground rules of April Reels Day. I need a rehash. I want to make sure we do this right. We'll talk about last year's April Reels and the year that has happened since then.
Elijah, thank you, Pyrexianos.
And we're going to just try to work our way through these reels.
Just let you know, I just got off with Molly. We were just doing Riverdale Roundup, and I was trying to convince her, and she's like, honestly, Jackie, I'm just not emotionally stable enough right now. But she is going to be back with us next Friday.
Okay.
She promised.
Cool.
Because I cried to Molly about an hour ago, and she's like, I don't think that you can handle this today. But guys, fucking April Reels Day. We're gonna fucking nut up or shut up. Because there is one day out of this year we gotta be honest with each other.
Someone asked me, Holden, what is your viewer record? And to be quite honest with you, 320 is like probably up there. I don't know. I definitely at one point had, I think, what did I have? Marcus and Ben on at one point, and it was like crazy. But this is, I hope it gets to 420 as well, but this is absurd. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
419, because that is the magic number today.
So let's talk about.
Now all of the puppers drinking my wine straight from the bottle because you're #real.
I'm just so afraid of you tonight, this evening.
Why?
I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of Jackie, by the way, chat. I just want you to know that. Maybe that's
Mine are nowhere near as bad as they were last year.
They were rough last year. Jackie called me sexually frozen. And what was the other one?
I don't remember.
The sexually frozen one eclipsed everything because you know what? She was completely 100% correct. I'm too vanilla. I feel like I don't initiate enough. There's tons of stuff, right?
Now I guess all right. So let's do recap then. What have you changed since? See, this is the problem on Glitter and Lips 92. I tried to get Henry because Henry and I also worked on something earlier today, and he had no desire to get anywhere.
Yeah, Henry's not
even come in the room right now.
Yeah, Henry's not even. Well, who's gonna slap you if I ask for the slapping hand?
I'll fucking slap myself.
No. Am I thawed out? Ask Jackie is my queen. Thank you so much, the Parkinson. Got a haircut from my lovely wife a week ago, and she didn't do too dang bad of a job. Now, have I thought out since? I'm going to be honest, I don't think I have, and I will get to the rules soon, nerdy. I don't think I have.
Thank you, Johnny Batto.
Fully thought, but what I have made an effort, and it has stuck in.
What have you been working on? Like, how have you changed more?
Especially with the quarantine, just more frequent lovemaking sessions, more frequent. And I'm also trying to tap into what do I really like? I'm so quiet. I'm deathly silent. I'm trying to talk a little bit more. I'm trying to tap in. My problem is, Jackie, and I know this is saying too much, and I'm glad Lexi's not here right now. Okay. She's in the shower.
But Lexi is in the apartment.
I think I just like hand jobs.
Really?
Is that just crazy to say? And I think that, I know, right? I'm so loud and annoying in my entire life, Hal Dog, and yet, but I think I just fucking like a good old and the other thing, and I'm trying to figure out if porn is like having a negative impact or too much of a negative impact. It's probably always going to have a basic negative impact, right?
Or yes, 1,000%. But
we tried to do one thing that I want to reinstate, which is essentially like, if I want to get off, I have to do it with her. And I think that was a really good idea, and we didn't follow through with that, and that was a good rule.
No, it's fun.
And to say, like, I have hands are literally tied. But yeah, other people, everyone's just like, ooh, why would you? She's a man, baby. Wow, thank you so much for the donation. Of course, we don't have incentives or anything tonight. Happy Real Estate, everybody. This is the holiday we all needed right now. Thank you. I don't really play.
Thank you.
Is it though? Aren't we all trying to not stress each other out, make each other upset? But either way, I'm ready for the reels. But yes, that is crazy to say. But
I'm
yeah,
ready.
I think that I really just like. But then I feel ashamed. But that's probably a part of it. You know what I mean? But I feel a little ashamed because I'm so vulnerable. And this is the thing, and this is, again, I'm saying too much, but Lexi's in the shower, so just don't tell her I said any of this stuff, okay?
Right, no, everyone, we are under April Reels. This is what happens in April Reels stays in April Reels.
I have definitely had, like, a harder, I'm not easy to get done, to finish on a BJ. I'm a tough BJ client.
Okay.
Yo, hold on, thank you for being so honest, no problem.
This
Also...
is great. This is good. It's a safe space.
Also, I think I like when in intercourse, okay, I feel like, and we have now 343 people watching, I need to be in control.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I need to be in control, right? So if she's on top, in other words, and this is for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
If she's on top, or are you just reading your compliments while I'm trying to talk to you, sex and other human activity style?
No, I'm listening. I also said thank you. I'm allowed to show
I can like never finish that way.
With her on top.
I like missionary and doggy time.
Okay, but other than that, you can't come.
Generally, yeah, right? Like I'm not. I'm sure I can get. I've definitely gotten there before, on those other means for sure, 100%. But it's not, it's rare. Like, if I want to stay a long time, I'll be like, okay, get on top. You know what I mean? Because I can, like, really just, she could just go to town. Right? Yeah.
Which is also great, though. But I think that also, that's the problem, though, is that he gets up in your head. And
right.
you tell yourself that you don't do that, and that it's a big mind fuck that it just, like, gets inside your brain.
By the way, Ronnie Dykes is the exact same.
See, I mean, it is on, there's lots of people that have it, and I feel like it's something that we get that we're not allowed to talk about for some reason.
Yeah, so anyways, this was last year's thing.
And that's okay.
But I think that I need to reinstate the rule. We're definitely realizing, like, and we're actually, I'm a little worried still to start trying to have a child. But because we're still in the middle of this thing, Lexi definitely does. And I'm just worried about the hospital situation even early on with pregnancy.
Of course.
But we are about to start trying soon, which means we'll definitely be expanding on our on the amount. And if that's going to happen, then I'm going to need to explore these
Thank you, Pippin.
fetishes that are like the most vanilla fucking fetishes ever, right? Fat Sack of Fat says, it's all mental. It's like peeing in public. You get inside your head when you can't do it, and it makes it worse and worse. Yeah, 100%.
Of course. And that's why it is a big, it is something that, like, it's just trying these, you know what it is? It's taking the pressure off of coming.
Mm-hmm.
Is really what it is. I think it's, as a society, we have to take the pressure off coming. Because it's the same thing, too, where it's like, just because you don't come or because you're too anxious to come or just, doesn't mean that the sex is bad or wrong. It feels good.
I am basically, like, have been so against role play in the past, but I will say we're doing this we did this Easter egg hunt where we wrote little things that we have to do for each other in this Easter egg hunt, and then the other person's going to throw the egg at Lexi, for example, Lexi wrote, hey, what's up, Allie Phil? First time? Hell yeah. All the first timers in here, by the way, welcome, and thanks for joining. This is a bit of a different stream than normal, but this is a good time. And by the way, we are right now, we're literally, to catch you up, we're talking about last year's April Reels, which was Jackie accusing me of being sexually frozen, and she was correct, and it made me very upset, just like I accused her of needing to quit smoking, and her reaction was, it was amazing. I've never seen you that against the wall. And the way you react when you're called out is like, okay, yeah, yeah.
And I did it. Yes, not an accusation if it's true. On April Reels Day, it is definitely an accusation because we are, I mean, part of April Reels Day, now we can't enact this because we are not in the same room, but it is looking each other in the eyes and telling each other how you really feel.
Right.
Because there is something about looking someone in the eye and saying these very upsetting things that's very difficult to do.
Right. Top rope. My husband is the exact same way and are also trying. Takes good communication. There you go.
It's good communication, and it's taking off again. It's taking the pressure off of it because I mean I know that you've never had to deal. I was someone that was on antidepressants for a very long time, and I could never come. And that's just something you have to kind of work on.
Right. Katie Canarley has issues. Yeah. It's rough. But for me, it's not an issue. Once we're in it, it's like initiating it. It's just laziness. I feel like so much of it comes from pure laziness. But I think I'm also like, but if you notice, I said I need to be in control during the make time and everything. But there's something about them Joneses, them Howard Johnsons.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of make me a little like I am embarrassed to admit I feel like I almost enjoy it more, and that's
why are you embarrassed to admit it?
Because I feel like I should enjoy sex more than receiving an HJ.
No, man, everyone's got their thing.
So, anyways, that's where we're at. I feel like I have
playing around with that more though. So now it's like it's getting into the fun, different ways of getting HJs of public ones of like you having absolutely no control and doing like have you been like fucking around with that kind of stuff?
Right. I love that we're rehashing this, by the way, because this has nothing to do with April Reels proper at the end of the well, it does in the sense of that was your last year's April Reel. So anyways, I think I made some progress, but I don't think I've made enough progress to long story short. But but now that we're in quarantine and we're about to start trying, like that is, I think, really gonna push both of those things up.
Push it up.
Luckily, I've never had to deal with this antidepressant issue that I hear rampant with so many people, and my heart goes out to all of you.
Holden, my husband and I tried for a long time. My best advice is to just have fun. It didn't happen for us until we went on vacation. Let go and have fun.
Okay, that's an interesting one. And that's what we should do. Well, we were interesting you say that, Jesse. Cool. The original plan was we were going to go on vacation to the Greek Isles this year, and that's when we were going to officially start trying. That's a little bit thrown out the window at this point. So we're going to figure it out. And thank you. Who knows? It might be the worst years of my life, female to Mothman, or it might be amazing and this wonderful thing. I see people struggling with this thing, and for us to jump in. Anyways, that was last year. Last year, I accused you, the bigger one. Last year, my April Reel to you was stop smoking. What did you do?
I stopped smoking.
You stopped smoking, which is actually the thing that made me basically want to continue doing this every year. I threw it down in front of your feet. I just said, you know, you're better than this. You know, you're an inspiration to people. You really are. You have an influence on people. You are technically at this point, I believe, a full-on influencer. And it's time.
It's not been a whole year. Hey Karen, it's not a whole year yet. It took a couple of weeks, so I think it was like I've got it on one of these apps. It was like May 3rd or May 4th or something.
Hell yeah!
So it is coming up soon because it definitely took me a few weeks just being like fucking whatever. Bop, 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 bop. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You can't tell me what to do. Bop, 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 bop. But mine had like a lot more other issues of why I had quit smoking. It was more of a family issue and stuff like that. So that helped it. When you quit smoking out of spite, man, it helps. If you can find a way to quit smoking out of like, oh yeah, fine, fuck you, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna show you that I can fucking do this.
Right.
And man, that's why I have not touched a cigarette since.
Well, it's funny what motivates people. You know, it's funny because I feel like that motivates me as well. Other people have different like gas for their motivation, I feel like. But yes, completely true. I think that it was definitely that. I think a lot of it too was you were on the tail end of it anyways. I think the final little bit of you smoking was you came to LA and you were like, you were like, it was your last little bit of New York. It was your last little bit of protest against LA because everyone's so health conscious and stuff. It's not like no one smokes in LA, but you are in the minority, it seems like. New York's so much different with the party scene and everything. Thank you, by the way, for all. I'm reading all the kind words, by the way.
I know you guys are so amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we have 350 viewers right now. This is incredible. This may actually have broken my viewership record. I don't even know at this point. I can't remember if it was ever higher.
Also, I love other Jackies. All Jackies are great. I've never met a bad Jackie.
That
right out there.
You're kind of I don't know if I know a lot of other. Anyways, so what was I gonna say? So yeah, I think, and originally it's like we both grew up in the South. Smoking was synonymous with being a teenager when we grew up in the South. I mean, it's so easy to get hooked, and it's definitely was about rebellion for me back then, for fucking sure, and I bet it was for you as well. It was this thing you could do to just say fuck you to your parents while not actually saying it to them, and you know, and then all of a sudden you're hooked. I will say that for me, if anyone's curious, I always bring this up. Alan Carr's The Easy Way to Stop Smoking was my way out, and I did know that I was about to have to quit. It was really helpful that Lexi was like, I don't enjoy kissing you after a cigarette, things like that. Like, definitely really helped. And we were on the 5th floor of an apartment building, so I had to, and it was a no smoking studio apartment, so I had to go down, you know, take an elevator down to the 1st floor or take the stairs to just have a smoke, whatever. But anyways, that's not the method you chose. That's actually not how you got out. Now, I believe you did like non-tobacco vapes, and it was like a smooth slide out.
Yeah, I did with no nicotine in it. I got a vape that had no nicotine in it as a way to have something to puff on. And outside of that, unfortunately, I mean, not to be into this, but like I've definitely gained 20 pounds since I quit smoking, 1,000%. And that sucks. But you know what? You can lose the weight. Like, the weight can come off. I can't just be like, no, I don't want cancer anymore. Thank you. So it's like in my brain, I can lose the weight.
Well, and don't even talk about what the time we're in right now, when if you were still a smoker now, way higher risk of having a bad time with this virus. And especially vaping tobacco or nicotine or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Zombie Apocalypse, I was never able to do that. I tried the patch. I tried different things, but I was just never quite able to do it. And it was really this book. I had to rearrange my mental approach, my mental relationship with it. And that book is what helped me do it. Because I want to be clear. First of all, that book says in the very first chapter, if you're still smoking while you read this book. We don't want you to quit smoking. I'm going to make my case. And then the case has very little about how it's bad for you, and because we've heard that. We know that. We don't need to hear that. We don't need to be guilt-tripped.
You need to figure it out for yourself, you know?
Yeah. So it was just about rearranging your mental approach to your relationship with it. Anyways, highly recommend it. Don't want to harp on it too much because I also feel bad when I start talking about this because I used to hate when people would talk about it.
Some people are not ready to quit yet, and that's okay too.
And that's totally fine too.
It is your own. It is. I mean, not that this sounds dumb, but it's like it's your own journey. Yeah. You gotta be ready to do it. And if you're not, it's not gonna fucking.
I was diehard, a pack a day. I had probably the most sick I've ever been with bronchitis, and I continued to smoke through the bronchitis, through the bloody nose. Like I mean,
I was a camel girl, camel crush, baby.
Camel lights.
Like specifically smoking a camel crush. I'm just like,
yeah. For me, it was camel.
Quarantine has been very rough. And my heart goes out to anyone else that has quit smoking. That this quarantine has been specifically rough. And man, do you want to smoke one? But you know, again, that's with the candy, and we've got a way to jump rope. So we go out and we jump rope. And it's just like smoking a cigarette. It's not.
What was I gonna say? All right, so it was that, and it was and I think you've also improved on this, responding to texts and emails.
I've gotten better.
You have absolutely gotten better. What was my other one? Because I feel like I got better with the other one, even better than this actually frozen stuff, and I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember the other ones I said to you because
don't slap your breasts with the real hand. It completely it takes the power away from the real hand. Don't slap your fucking.
My breasts like it. They're nervous right now. I know that I had said something that was like semi-nice to you last year too. That I was like, oh, you're like, I feel like you're more attractive than you think you are.
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this year, honestly, I really had to work hard to come up with 2 April Reels for you. Before we get into it, let's go over the ground rules of April Reels. It all starts with the April Reels hand. You need some form of smacking device. This is what the deal is. First of all, the ground rule is Molly did not have the emotional capacity to join us for this, much like Henry. And maybe Lexi. Actually, Lexi might join, which I'm... She has one for us.
No, I mean I could just make it for you though.
Okay, I got one. I got you know it too, but I'll give it to you again. You know what I mean? I'll give it to you. I'll say it again in front of everybody.
I address love to be smacked by this, by the way.
You're joining us.
So essentially what you do is, for April Reels, normal rules, non-quarantine rules, you are in person. And that is point blank. And that's why, please, no April Reels to each other in chat or anything like that. This is not what this is about. A reel needs to be face-to-face. At least we are on a video chat, and I would say I would welcome everyone if you want to practice April Reels as well. If not,
Didn't we like hippogriff each other that we had to ask if we can April Reels before we April Reels?
Yes, so that's the big thing too, is that what you do is you have to ask them to accept your April Reel, and then they take the slapper from you. In this case, we won't be able to do that, of course. Jackie will just kind of pretend like I've given it to her. She will hold it up. I will give her my reel to her, and she will either take it in, and we will discuss it for a while, and if it is over the line, if she feels it is over the line, then she's allowed to smack me with the slapper hand. Now, I have Lexi here to smack me. Jackie said she'd smack herself, but I don't think you're even going to... Well, maybe I don't know what your reels are. But hopefully it won't happen. The idea is that's just a fail-safe to try to not go over the line with each other. Because a reel, let's describe a reel. A reel is, Jackie, how would you describe a reel? I've been talking too much.
Something that you feel about another person. In this case, someone that is not only one of my best friends, but someone that I work closely with, that you wouldn't on a normal basis tell them. This could be a positive thing, but generally, it should be something that you think that they can work on or fix.
This is an excuse to finally say that thing that you would never normally feel comfortable just out of the blue saying, that would only maybe come up during a resolution of a fight. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But something, that's what Jackie just said, but there's something that's constructive that you could work on, right? That is
it's not just like, I think your eyes are too small. Like, what is he
right.
gonna do about his eyes being too small?
That's not fair.
Yes, you'll be a terrible father. Howl Dog, another one that is a good.
My one that I always bring up is I hate your wife. That's going over the line.
Because go fuck yourself.
That's just gonna ruin your whole situation with
honestly,
everybody.
Nerdy, yes, you can April Reels yourself, but you have to ask for consent first.
Right? Like I hate
yes.
I hate your boyfriend or something like that. That is gonna get you a smack, right? Then I did smack you for sexually frozen, and you know what? That was an unfair smack.
Whoa.
At the time, I was because it hit so close to home, and I feel like, but at the end of the day, it was maybe the harshest way you could have worded it. Like you could have said, I think you could up your game in the bedroom, maybe right. That would have avoided the smack a little bit more. But at the same time, as far as tough love goes,
you got to get every once in a while.
You kind of got to get every once in a while, which is actually
because that makes you listen sometimes.
I'm going to open up this ceremony.
Yes, pickles big faces. That wasn't the actual thing when we came up with it. I don't really like going out to Mexican food with you because it usually means I have to see your fucking wife.
Right.
I remember Holden saying that.
It's an example of like it's just not helpful. It's not, you know what I mean? It's like maybe you could change that to a certain degree and be like, I feel like you don't stand up to your wife enough or something like that. I could kind of see. But anyways, I want to open up with a make good because I don't think it was fair that I smacked you. Alexis, could you please come here for just a moment? You don't even have to be seen on camera if you don't want. What now?
Are you getting a smack right now?
I'm going to receive, man, baby. Thank you, something I guess, for the gifted sub to Hannah VT Foe. I'm going. Please try not to paper cut me. And this is the hard part, of course. Please give me a make good smacking for Jackie from my sexually frozen smack from last year.
We're allowed to smack.
Yeah, definitely get a little bit of the hard part of it. Okay. One was good. I bet that was fun for you. That was that was, I think, warranted. Okay. All right. So we've gone over the ground rules. We have.
Do you want me to have Jeff on standby in case you need to smack me?
We'll call him in. You'll have to go get him or something.
Right,
don't worry about it. He doesn't need to be here necessarily.
Okay.
Man, okay, and this is when the tingles happen, and this is going to be natural for anybody who does this at home, and I do welcome everyone to do this at home, but you will feel a tingling sensation
It's
go.
It's a weird sensation.
It goes from here, and it just crumbles down into your stomach, especially if you're like, I'm not very confrontational. Again, I will say that I had to dig to find complaints about you this year. I think that
I had to ask. I was like asking Henry if he thought that what I was saying. I was like, is that even me? Like, is that even like a thing that I need to say?
Right. So I'm gonna take a slug of wine, and who should go first? Do you want to flip a coin for it? Do you want to?
I have an easy one. I have 3, but one of them is an easy one. Is like not that bad. So I will start.
Okay, bring it on.
Holden, do you accept my April Reels? Holden McNeely, do you accept my April Reels?
Jacqueline Zabrowski, I accept your reel. Hand me your April Reel hand. Ceremoniously, symbolically. Thank you.
I think that if you ever have another pandemic disease, that you need to tell your co-hosts.
All right. I get it. I will place. By the way, I'm putting down.
That's barely it.
I'm putting down the April Reel hand.
But I think.
All right, chat. Can we fucking chill out a little bit? Because honestly, it does put me against the wall a little bit. I went back and forth on whether or not to talk about it. I will say though, in my defense, chat, I feel like I would have told you now. But back when I was going through it, you were like peak level freaking the fuck out about it.
I get it.
You were crying all day. Every time I talked to you, you were a disaster. I still should have said, by the way, still should have said something. Still should have communicated with you about it. I hid it from everyone. I hid it from my own mother. That's how hard in the paint I went. The only person who knew was my brother, who also had it. And I don't think I would have said anything to him if he hadn't hit me up and said, hey, I think we have it.
I
and
understand.
I've never lied like that. It felt terrible. You are at the same time completely correct. And again.
Now we know, though, if there's another pandemic.
Yes.
That you have to tell your co-hosts.
And I absolutely agree. And if anybody else has a co-host, you need to tell them if you're dealing with some sort of super flu.
If you have that relationship with them, maybe you have someone that you don't give a fuck about and they don't need to know.
I think our first round is going to be an easy one, Nerdy Erdy. Especially
also, stealthy or true. If you just get really sick, I have to know these things.
Yeah, I'll talk about my mental process a little bit. For me, it was. I didn't want to continue to make Jackie more upset. Also, for a selfish reason, I didn't want you or people from the network to be like, don't record this week. You need your rest, because the only time I was actually able to get my mind off of what was happening, because the worst part, again, wasn't me having it as much as it was her having it.
Yeah, and I know that you were very upset.
I was incredibly upset all day. And the only thing that gave me peace and solace, and at least just a distraction, was the work. And so the only thing was the work, right? Next time I will so get tequila, damn it. Next time I will so get tequila.
Erratic Magic Studios. Jackie's like 7 beverages open right now and is sipping from them in her leisure. I've got a wine spritzer. I've got a White Claw. I'm taking shots of tequila. I've got another just regular bubbly water and also regular water just in case.
So I didn't want...
please continue.
So I didn't want no. Jake did not know either during the time. I wanted us to be in the clear so I could be like, good news, bad news. We had it, but now you don't have to worry about it because it's already fine. You know what I mean? And all I could think, and I was just losing me mind the whole time, just trying to figure out and was trying to figure out the right way to go about it. You know what I mean? I was just trying to figure out the right approach, and I don't think it was correct. And it is weird, and I feel bad about it. But also go fuck yourself.
Well, we don't need to say that on April Reels Day because that's like an April Reels slap. We don't need to say that on April Reels Day. Remember the day, Holden.
Oh my God, this
This
is my first time seeing Jackie on screen, and dude, she is gorgeous. Well, I'll tell you what, only because she finally grew out her fucking eyebrows. Because before that, it was a what ifs.
Look at these beautiful eyebrows.
Jarky Jark shot before next reel. I don't have anything to shoot right now. Literally, like I would need either whiskey or tequila. You could make me a little something to shoot, right? Like a little kind of fun shot. That would be cool. Maybe that, because we only have vodka and gin, and I just can't. Okay.
Bitches, and if I'm about to get my fucking April Reels, I guess I'm gonna take this shot.
Take it, and then I will ask you a question. You look great, honey. Jackie, will you accept my April Reel?
Yes. I will.
I think you have an issue with saying no to people when you really want to say no to people. And I think that you need to get better at that. I think you are a people pleaser. And I think sometimes you go along with things that you don't want to just because you don't want to say no. And I almost want to, I kind of want to say, maybe make it a goal to say no to someone once a month in for the rest of 2020.
Okay.
Smack.
I'm sitting down.
Placing it down. Do you agree with this assessment?
I do agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I think that it is something. I know that I'm a people pleaser, and I can't handle it when someone is upset with me, whether it be someone I never have met or will never meet. I can't handle it. And so, yes, I find myself in a lot of situations where I do a lot of things that I don't really want to do because I really want to make people happy.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to just like, and by the way, Jamie KB said, these reels are so caring. I don't think we mentioned this in our prerequisite to this. They all should be caring. They all should come from a place of caring, not a place of like bitchiness or something. You know what I mean? This is like, I want you to be better.
I think that this is why April Reels works between Holden and I, because Holden and I have worked together for so long, and when I'm pissed, I tell Holden. If there is something he's doing that makes me angry, like we have screamed at each other before.
Sure.
I feel like we can do these kinds of things because if there was something that I couldn't fucking stand about you, you would know already.
Jackie, I was married to Maris for years. I know about being a people pleaser, baby. I hear the blues are calling, toss salad and scrambled eggs. They call it again. Dr. Niles Crane, always a pleasure, and I have not seen you here in so long. Thank you for popping in.
Baby Pete says, Jackie's a people pleaser. Just remember, you can't please everybody all the time. See, this is my problem, though, and this is where a lot of my anxiety comes in, is that I freak out. I freak out when someone is upset, and I immediately, it's like, why technically I think I've picked the worst career path. Because not everyone is going to agree with you all the time. And that's okay.
I have control issues too, and that amounts to if someone I know. The hardest thing I've ever had to do, and we go back and forth on this, the hardest thing I've ever had to do was see something completely untrue about me on like a Facebook post and like not say anything, you know, and not defend myself.
Yes.
In a follow-up.
Well, Chef Matt says, channel your inner bully from middle school and just say no. But that's the problem, is that the years of anger management. What's that face?
She's a man, baby. Scurrilous TV just donated $69, dude.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Scurrilous.
I really appreciate you.
Who says, love you guys. Thank you so damn much.
I guess that means you're going to have to 69 this evening. Maybe get away some of your the look on Lexi's face. We'll get back to that later.
Jackie, let's do a little role play, okay? So you can practice. Yeah, I'm doing, hey, Jackie, I love the podcast. So I'm doing this, it's like cartoon themed burlesque. And I just think you would be.
That sounds great. I want to do it. Let's do it. I want to do that. That sounds awesome. I want to do that. That sounds great.
She's a man baby with 420 from Nerdy Yerdy. Puff Puff Pass. Yeah, we are almost at 420. Well, that is of course the way we celebrate.
Such a bad example, everyone.
The end of. Hi, Carly. Good to see you. That is so funny. That is so funny.
That I'm into. That I can get into.
Okay, let me try again.
All right, try it again. Try it again.
Jackie, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really listened to any of your podcasts or anything, but I'm sure you're great.
My mean face.
But I'm sure you're great. Look, I have a basement show at 11 p.m. and I want you to cover yourself in relish and be the big gross relish girl. It's 11 p.m.
Am I acting like a hot dog?
No. Your character hates hot dogs. Your character is the relish queen. She wants to only eat bowls of relish, and she sort of covers herself in it. It's really fun. You'll wear a diaper. It's at 11 p.m.
Wait. Why do I have to wear the diaper?
Because it's kind of part of the thing. Because the relish queen sort of transforms into the relish baby. She has a dress on, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm actually a big baby. Your breasts will be out. Everything. You'll take off the dress." It's at 11 p.m. Sometimes we start a little late, like 1, 2 in the morning. We get a pretty good crowd, like somewhere around like 5 to 7 people generally like to show up. And I'm not sure where you are on the lineup. We have about 30 different comics going up. But
I would do it if I could dress, if I was the hot dog.
Jackie.
If I could be the hot dog.
This is going...
Am I not supposed to compromise with this?
You're supposed to say no! You're supposed to say no!
No, I don't like it. Yuck, I hate it.
Hi, Jeff.
No.
Say hello to Got Daddy, everyone. Both of our spouses are in the room.
He's working. If I might need to call on you to slap me, if anything.
What? Why?
Man, baby, it's part of the rule. Okay, I guess Jeff doesn't know the rules.
I wasn't here for it. I just heard the fallout.
Jeff, there are almost 400 people watching right now, by the way, which is crazy. Man, baby, did we get a big burst of subs? Yes, thank you so much, Scurrilous, who already just donated so much money to us for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much.
Also, Jackie's my queen. So Jackie's my queen knows how to set up these situations. And you have to pluck out all your eyebrows to be the relish queen. Then, no. Because this is a month. This is a month of looking like a monster.
Man, baby, I shouldn't have gone down I shouldn't have said anything that had resembled hot dogs. I'm so sorry. That was... Man, baby, because I'm trying to come up with something for you to say no to. You know what I mean?
Oh, I understand.
Right. Hey, Henry's sister, how's it going? I was hoping that you could do this show coming up, Henry's sister, that is...
See, that is the key. That is the key. You call me Henry's sister and you don't say my name or pretend like you don't know my name. No, that's a no.
All right. So that will conclude that portion of April Reels. I think it is. Where are we at now? We have Lexi
the
here.
wants to know if you have any April Reels for me, but you have to ask my consent if you want to give
Man,
me.
baby, Bumber Snoot just gifted 5 subs as well. Thank you so much, dude.
You say, Jackie, can I give you an April Reels? And you hand me this clapper. Because
Man,
if
baby.
you say April Reels, that's too bad. I slap you in the face.
Right. If you go over the line, a proper April Reel.
We
don't do it.
We have healthy communication already.
Man, baby.
We are very open with how we feel about absolutely everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
And I feel like everything I'm going to say to her.
We might talk about our feelings too much.
We're too open is what our problem is.
We are very open.
It is quarantine gasoline.
Yes. And
I'm quarantine gasoline.
I'm also upset that Lexi wants to join in. Man, baby, but I'm
just here to say hi. You don't have to.
I have a reel for you. I have a reel for you. Okay, why don't we show Jeff? Man, baby. My God, Carly, with the
my
smooth
turn,
jazz
or are you
torture.
guys gonna do it to each other?
By the way, really quick, click on Carly's username and follow her. We will be doing a stream tomorrow night at 7 p.m. ET, the weekend review. We'll get to that later. Why don't we move on to our second reel for each other? She's a man baby with 420 from Entrapment. Donation hype train. Just saying, care with those reels, y'all. Hell yeah. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah, we're treating each other with care.
First grade.
Wait, are you guys about to do your April reels?
I don't know.
Would
I don't
you
know
like?
the format.
Okay, why don't we do it to each other, Jackie, and then maybe we'll bring the lovers in some way, or at least Lexi in. Thank you so much for the 420 from Gabe SNES. Thank you for the April Reels Day donation. April Reels Day is the number one Friends holiday.
All right. So since this is the one that I have for both of you guys then.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I'm taking this.
This is like my big one though. Oh, all right, I'll take another one.
Wait, don't you get slapped if it's too real?
If it's too real.
Okay.
Holden slapped me last year when I said he was sexually frozen.
And honestly, I took a slap back from Lexi tonight, because I feel like that was unfair. She was right on the money. It was a little harsh the way she worded it. Maybe could have upped the heat in the bedroom.
How are you gonna hear it, though?
But how am I going to hear
Thank
it?
you. I am the girl squirrel.
But how am I?
All right, but Lexi, you have to be around to acknowledge my April Reels.
Yeah,
though.
I'm just getting a glass of wine.
Okay, all right, you get a glass of wine.
All right, here, I got one.
I'm so glad you guys have joined us for our April Reels. It's a scary time of year. I definitely wrote these down a little bit earlier. Spoiler alert, we're getting another episode of Good Pud coming out soon. Don't worry.
Great.
And are you guys ready? Holden and Lexi, will you accept my April Reels?
Yes.
Yes.
Put your hand up at the...
You have to do it over this because usually you hand off this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally the rules are you have to be in person while you do this. We're making an exception for COVID.
Yeah, but you guys have proxies to slap each other.
Yes, I would have flown. I literally probably would have flown to LA to do this if this.
I think next year we have to be, or if you listen to my April Reels, maybe you guys will already be here, because you guys need to get over it. You need to move to Los Angeles, and all of the things that you are coming up with as excuses of why you should. I know that's a pandemic right now, but you wouldn't have been moved right now. I'm saying that you use it as excuses of why your career isn't going to do well here, of what the things you can't get here. And I think that you have outgrown New York, and it is time to move to Los Angeles, and you will be able to grow more. It will be so much easier to have a family because we will be here to help raise a child with you.
She's a man, baby. Another $69.42 from Scurrilous. Thank you so much.
I just realized what that number was.
You're new Bezos. I
Thank
forget.
you so much.
It was your new Bezos. So whatever.
So wait, are you saying that I need a slap? Am I being too mean?
No,
no.
not mean
But
at
I think
all.
you're saying,
You're
your
saying-
excuses for not moving, and I don't think that has to do with me. I think that has more to do with Lexi.
I'm saying that this is for both of you. That's why I said it's for both of you. I'm saying that I think it's very easy because change is very scary.
Carly
And
is watching, by the way, and Carly says, outgrown. Huh?
Yes, I think that they've outgrown it. I think they've outgrown New York. I think I think all of our friends that are still in New York have outgrown New York.
I will say this.
Unless you're a fucking billionaire, then have at. But I'm
always hesitant to make firm statements, but I will just say
Carly Goodspeed is not a part of this conversation. So thank you very much. This is our conversation.
Yeah.
So that's April Reels right now.
So I will say,
Anti-Lone Star Kate. Oh.
I will say that in terms of outgrowing it, I think it's more in the sense of we are looking to have a child.
This is what I mean. You
Even
and I know
affording
exactly
a 2-bedroom apartment will make having a baby, even affording that will make that difficult. We are looking for at this point a 3-bedroom because I also need a space where I can stream, and that is only feasible outside of New York. And so, and Carly does not disagree, but I get the wording. But I think that outgrowing doesn't necessarily have to mean maturity or career stuff. Even
you are physically going to be outgrowing the space you can afford in New York.
Yeah.
But in terms of our wishes, especially to procreate, that is where the outgrowing comes in. Literally outgrowing our space
I will
needs.
outgrow
Yes.
all of my pants in New York.
This is my
Yeah.
problem. I just wish I could outgrow New York somewhere. I just wish we could be in
I
a
will
suburb outside of
say-
Atlanta or something where we
I
can
get
pay peanuts and have a fucking
That'd be
house.
amazing. I will say that
Yes.
you know my whole hesitation for moving to New York. It's always been, moving to LA. It's always been like, I don't have an agent. I don't have anybody out there that wants me. And all of
Yes,
this
that
and
has
whatever.
been
It's
her
always-
MO. Apparently, 2 casting directors told Lexi that if she doesn't have an agent when she moves to LA,
Lots of
then there's
casting
no point in being an
directors
actor.
Have said that. It need to be agent, and I need to be SAG.
But that's
So-
not true. I don't think that's
But, like-
necessarily true.
But the people, okay, but then how else am I gonna get auditions?
The Lone Star Arcade, but my heart goes, of course, I will always come back to New York. I will constantly be coming back. The good thing is, we have other people who won't leave New York who are a part of this network. And so we will always be,
This is,
I love
this is
Athens,
not, I
Georgia.
am not talking out to every single person that's in the chat. This is our April Reels. I'm
Yeah.
talking about our career.
no, I know,
talking-
I'm just,
I need Holden. I need you here.
I know,
I need you here.
I know.
And Lexi, I need you here so that we can raise that child together.
Yes, I.
So
do
this helps me.
Yes, absolutely. And we were going to go in July and spend the entire month, and so much of that was looking for, like, scoping out places, So
Right.
we still, hopefully, might be able to do that. That is
That's
the
53.
plan.
The whole point of April Reels Day is that it's awkward. That's why we're doing this publicly.
Yeah. Yeah. But
when would I ever say this to them? This is exactly what April Reels Day is about.
Hi Gus, we
It's
are doing
saying
April
things
Reels
we
Day.
gotta
Yeah, this is not about making enemies, but it's not necessarily about making more friends. You know what I mean?
Right.
Thank you, Potterhead. That's very sweet.
But also, do you want him to slap me?
No, I think you're exactly
No.
right. I think it's completely
Really
legitimate.
wants to slap me,
I mean, this
though.
is a debate that Lexi and I have been having for fucking
But
forever.
it's like, if I move out there, I'm probably going to be in mom mode, but I don't want to give up acting just because I have a
Right,
kid.
and that's our big
That's
conundrum.
why, like, oh, you come here to the 3 women in your life that aren't gonna have kids anytime soon. That can be like, please let me take care of it.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it. Go
Right.
to an audition. Let me run over in the middle of the day.
I had a class with.
She's a man baby with
Oh my
another
God.
$69 from Scurrilous?
Yes.
What is happening right now, Scurrilous? Thank you so much.
Ew.
Jeez, I didn't even have incentives tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
My God.
Just ready to slap.
I was.
Not just me.
Look at how he's excited. He wants me to go overboard.
I'm rock hard.
I will just say that I mean, I don't know. I think that yes, it's a possibility. I just want to get on some like industry people's radar, I just need a fucking agent or a manager, somebody, that gets breakdowns that can send me out on shit. That's all.
We will work on that. We will work on that. Okay. We almost Lexi is a phenomenal actress.
He's an amazing actress.
Miss Juliana,
That's really
and but my counter argument to that, and I'm not even necessarily like 100% we have to move, but my counter argument is always like, you've been here, you've been doing it here. We haven't necessarily seen the results you're necessarily looking for, so why not just try it somewhere else for a year? You know what I mean? Why not just, she's a better chess teacher. She is a good chess teacher to children.
Yes.
And you're so amazing with kids and everything. But
And mostly, I want to raise a child with you. So,
there you go.
Lexi.
Well, either way, we will not be
Ready.
confirming or denying specifically any plans yet.
Thank you,
but
entrapment. Thank you.
but we are that is definitely a thing we are
Thank you, I
seriously
don't really
looking
play
at.
Video games. Yeah. It's just this whole industry is a fucking nightmare.
So, Jeff, did you want to do something like that to me?
By the way, Scurrilous TV, I loved Nier Automata. I played through it on my own time. I might start considering streaming it just because you want me to, because you've been so generous tonight. Thank you so much again. I love Nier. And I know they're doing a remake of the first Nier.
Nier Automata.
1,000% Benny D. 1,000%.
Oh my god, Jackie, I love your lightning bolt earrings.
Thank you. That's
Harry
not
Potter.
supposed to be.
Are those the ones I got?
Yeah.
I love those.
All right, I feel like I'm now getting sloppier. I need to ask you if you'll accept my reel, and I'm so afraid of like miscommunicating this.
I'll take it.
I don't
Here
know
you
what
go.
this one is. I'm scared.
It's a bit. I feel like it's slightly connected to the first one in ways, but I think you could be better at handling when you're upset with somebody, and I think you could be better at communicating with people when you're really mad at them. And that doesn't necessarily mean when you're in the heat of anger calling them on the phone, but at some point you have to call them on the phone. And
Yes.
and I've seen it firsthand. It is, and you know, and it is true that I will say this is actually something that's just coming to me that I feel like is maybe, but in a way I almost, because I know how you deal with when you're angry with someone, I somehow get in my head that you might be mad at me and I get afraid. Because I don't know, because I know I won't know, because you won't hit me up about it. You'll maybe text someone else about it or something, but you know what I mean?
Although not specifically you, I will say that. I do let you know when I'm upset.
We pretty much have a good thing, but but I think that's more on me. I get paranoid when I think someone's mad at me and they're just
I
not saying
understand
anything.
that.
So that's maybe even more on me.
You do.
But no. Last year I said quit smoking and get better at returning texts. I did not say this last year.
This is
Yes,
friendship
no, this is a
plus
new
something.
one.
This is new.
I
This
know
is,
exactly what you're referring to, and you
Yes.
are right. And I will take it.
I'm referring definitely to a specific incident, but I think it is a broad stroke
Yes.
thing you need to work on, and I have fucked up in the past on this. I even tried one time. I got mad because this is what I do. My process is this. Interesting. I know when the lips get all chunky and pursed that
Jeff had to turn around for that one. He's like, I know that.
when the lips get like, and you take a long sip from a
It's the
tall
darcy
drink.
Pursy face, yes.
I don't mean chunky in a bad way, by the way. I mean when they get full, and I mean it's sexy when lips are
I
full
can't
and
do
stuff.
it. Jackie
Yeah.
can do it. She's got full. I'm like,
Oh, I know it.
mine
So-
just go away.
So my approach, and I want to kind of talk about approach to this, right? Is at the end of the day, I'm always going to say, if you're upset with somebody, you have to confront them, and as best as possible. And I know that's so hard in these times. You have to try to look them face to face. Really, you want to be in the same room like in April Reels, but even
Right.
in these weird, trying times, like do a Zoom chat, dude, do a Skype call, fucking look at the person, and as soon as you do that, it will disarm you. Right?
Yeah.
Usually, right? If they react poorly, things can go bad. That's what happened to me. I had an issue I don't really want to get into with back when I was directing a sketch comedy group. I tried to meditate before I had this confrontation with the person. She's a man, baby. From Scurrilous with other $69.42. Play Doki Doki Literature Club for dating sims. We didn't play it together, but I did play it on stream, and I think the VOD has been saved. You are a maniac. Thank you so much for your donations.
Thank you so much.
We love you, Scurrilous. Thank you so much.
You're making this a lot easier, and I appreciate you very much.
Yes.
This is so kind.
So
Because
unbelievable,
I really
Scurrilous.
appreciate-
Everybody,
we're just hurting each other for fun.
everybody, give shout outs to Scurrilous. I wasn't expecting any donations during
Thank you
this,
so
and
much.
that's really unbelievable of you. Thank you so much to you. And everybody, I don't know what to do, everybody, for Scurrilous, but just like say that person is awesome or something.
Jackie
So-
My Queen says someone has a 69 now. If we need to take the helm, we'll take the helm. 69 is thanks.
Well, apparently I need to because I am horribly sexually frozen. So
We've only done that
Yeah, we
one
figured that out.
time.
Yeah.
And it was like
We-
9 years ago.
He's just very tall is the only problem.
That's
but
the problem.
we can figure it out.
Like we get 69 in shifts.
Yeah.
So, like
I'm into that.
yeah.
as
Alright,
we
Doug,
have,
we'll do it for you, Scurrilous. With Scurrilous, we're going to be doing it in your honor.
Perfect.
as
Yeah,
we
go
have.
honor.
All right. I seriously considered giving you a stop with the PDA April Reel, but I decided against it.
Oh, that was your third last
Fucking
year.
Chance, nerd.
That's what your third was last year.
Oh, right.
That's what it was that we get
I
to
remember
a
that
PDA.
specifically.
Right. All right. That's actually so like you got, but I also decided, I was like, they've actually gotten a lot better with it, and
We have
I
gotten a lot
honestly
better.
don't
Look
even.
at the happiness.
Exactly. I feel like a
Never
villain
express
saying
my
something
joy
about it.
again.
I'll take 6 to 9. You take 9 to 6. Absolutely. So,
You are right though. Everything that you're saying is completely right. I have found, see, this is something that I talk with Jeff about this a lot. As someone that was in anger management for years, it is difficult for me sometimes to then open up rather than see in the past. What I would usually do is get really pissed off and then fucking say exactly what I fucking wanted to say right then. But so part of anger management is like my breathing techniques of taking a step back and talking to myself about what is it that you're upset about? But then the problem is by the time I do speak to that person, all of the anger is gone, which is good. But then I change what I wanted to say because then I'm not as up here angry anymore. But just because you're not up here angry anymore doesn't mean that you would like what they have been doing to change. So it should be an opening to a conversation. So you don't come in up here, but you
can't.
can still come in here.
You have to try
as opposed to coming in here.
You have to try to suck the emotion out. I feel like as much as possible while also bringing the empathy in. And I think that is a big part for you. When you get your, sorry to interrupt you, Lexi, but when you get your lasers set on somebody and they just become the villain, I feel like your hardest job, and the one thing I try to do the most, is your hardest deal is finding the empathy for the person. Finding oh, it's not black or white, it's gray. This person has been through XYZ. This person, you know what I mean? But real quick, by the way, Mortificent, I think I agree with you. Is Jackie dating Bizarro World Holden? That may be actually true. But
no.
But I will say, Bizarro means opposite, so I think it's fine. I will say that it's about finding that love. I will get her a Chihuahua, Gnarly Collie. Finding that love a little bit, opening the door at least a little bit to understanding their position will help a lot. Also, the hardest thing for me is I'm such a control freak, and I just want things to be settled right then and there. Doesn't necessarily mean call them that day, but it does mean it might mean you need to wait a couple days. You might even need to just wait one day or a week. But whatever you're gonna do, that time period is not to incubate the emotions and make them more riled up and awful. It's to try to diffuse as much as possible and compartmentalize and make it as logical as possible so that you enter this discussion with your logical argument / attempt at making nice, you know what I mean? And like fixing, as opposed to just like riling up the aggravation. I feel like I help you do that. If you start screaming at me about stuff.
Between you and Jeff in my life, you both are that insane sounding board of that. You both don't freak out when I am screaming about something, and then you help me compartmentalize it, but in a good way of like, okay, you're saying this. How do we make this more constructive? And I will say you are very good at diffusing a situation.
Thank you. Which is crazy because I have done the opposite of that in my own personal experiences, and I want to lay that down right now. I have been absolutely terrible, and the situation I was describing just now about my sketch group I used to direct, I handled it. I tried to meditate before I called the person. I confronted them, and they reacted not in a way that was, to me, correct. So I had a horrible reaction to it. And it was a regret of mine. You know what I mean? So this is me saying something to you that I also try to internalize and get better at personally.
You obsess. You did not sleep.
I lose sleep. If I'm upset with somebody, I lose sleep.
Or if
same. That's why we're such good friends.
Yeah, or if I think someone's upset with me wrongly, right?
It's like,
I lose sleep.
Got to let shit
I cannot let you go. Lexi will not hear the end of it from me. It is fucking atrocious.
I also, though, I'm on the other end of that where, like, I just bury stuff. Nothing bothers me ever.
Right.
But like, it's not ever at someone. It's always like internally and at myself. Don't worry, we'll get to my
same thing too. Where it's like Jeff is like, I've never seen someone react the way things you do, so I do the opposite, where I go to 100,000 and then I come all the way back down. And I'm like, everything's fine.
Jay Meckles.
That doesn't make anything better though either.
Doesn't change anything.
No.
I like Jay Meckles saying, try writing your feelings down in a thought journal. That way, as you're feeling the super powerful feelings, you can return to the
That
greater
is
point
helpful.
after you've chilled for a beat.
Write it all out.
She's a man, baby. $100 from Scurrilous TV. Not 69, but still Scurrilous. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
My God.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna put some of that towards COVID relief. I'm throwing it out right
thank
now.
you so much.
You talked about the stream, right?
May 1st, COVID relief stream. I'm doing a 12-hour stream to donate towards COVID relief. I haven't picked a charity yet, but I am building it right now, and
If
it will.
anybody wants to send us charity ideas, we're happy to receive.
We're
them
not
as
done
well.
being real, Eve. We will keep doing it, but
Don't
yes,
worry.
12 hours, and that includes Jackanese. I'm sure, Carly, I will reach out to you. We will have you on, of course. We will have all the people from my normal streams, Jeff, and everybody, along with special
Also-
guests. I think I've already got Henry committed to doing some time on it.
Yeah, Henry's in. Haldog and Craigslist, we are actually having new Page 7 merch coming out fairly soon.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Mr. Jeff is in the process of finishing up the designs currently.
Yeah.
So we will have it soon.
Interesting. Lone Star Kate says, who is has studied quite a bit and is a actual doctor in psychology.
Lone Star Kate, will you be my therapist online?
Lone Star Kate says, Jackie, you're buying into the myth that your emotional intensity is the only way you can be heard. It sounds like.
Oh.
Interesting.
I read it in 1,000%. It is
Interesting.
it is a problem I will forever have because my problem is also my shame of feeling like I have too many emotions.
Man, baby.
That is something that took me years of therapy to try and deal with.
Oh.
Of that I am ashamed of how much I feel.
I love that in the sense that you are so open about how much you've been crying in any said day on a podcast or something like that. And so that really warms my heart to hear that, honestly.
I'm very, but it's it's hard sometimes. It's like I feel too much, and sometimes I wish I could just shut it off.
So now we've hit a weird turning point. I don't have a third reel for Jackie. Jackie, you seem to have a third reel. Man, baby, Scurrilous with 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, man. You are on a crazy roll, dude, brah. Thank you. Man,
Thank
baby.
you so much, Scurrilous. Scurrilous, are you new?
Scurrilous has been around,
Oh,
but
really?
is a recent addition. I almost want
Welcome to our
be like, Scurrilous,
world.
are you Truth Booth? Man, baby. Also, Scurrilous TV, are you a streamer? Because you have the TV aspect. Whatever. Follow that person, maybe. Thank you so much. Man, baby.
This is the fastest I have ever
Thank you,
seen
Jerry
chat.
McCormick.
Like,
Of course, we've got
Whoa.
probably, this might be the most people we've had.
no, a few
in-
minutes ago we had 363.
Man, baby. Well, you know what I mean. We had 390 at one point.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love you guys. This is great. I mean, I'm like lightly crying over here.
I know, right? Is this Tubby T Dubs? I'm like wondering because that was our old Bezos. Thank you, MD Leo Spaceman. I know I was hoping to see that 4 hundo, but didn't quite get to it. But that's fine. Thank you so much, everybody. So
I love you guys. Thank you.
I
I didn't really have a third one. Those were my like main ones. One of them was more of like a joke one, but I laughed when I wrote it. But
shall
but
we?
Lexi, didn't you say you had one?
Yeah. Do you have one for me?
For you, not for Jackie, because I gave you
Okay.
mine for Jackie. He
I-
couldn't come up with anything, and so I came up with one that he stole from me and used for you.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I get it.
Oh, wait,
I
you don't.
know.
You have one for
It
me
was-
though,
yeah,
right?
What I appreciate about our April Reels Day and what makes me nervous about doing April Reels Day with other people is that I know that we listen to each other and that not only is that it comes from love, but also that you want us to work on these things.
Right.
And
It
so I'm
has
not
to
saying
go-
a thing about LA because I'm just like, fuck your life. It's that I want you here. And I think that we could create a better life together here.
So,
Because my life has gotten, and I know that not everyone's life would get so much better if they moved to LA, but my life has really changed a lot. And I know that since we are all in the same trajectory right now, that also selfishly, Holden, I need you here so that we can work together.
yes,
in real
I
life.
understand
But
that.
Yeah.
That part is selfish,
I
but also
understand
like,
that we are working towards the potentiality of that.
oh, Gnarly Carly says Jeff put a ring on it. I think that's her April Reels Day.
Tell Jeff to put a ring on it. That's the April Rails from that. But you're not in person. This is all part of Jackie's master plan to get rid of Holden and raising children with Lexi, a la Practical Magic. Yeah, that's absolutely what's gonna happen.
Not saying it's not,
You have
but
brought up how much you want to raise kids with Lexi. Like, apropos of nothing.
was she gonna raise him just with Holden?
No, it takes a
Oh,
village.
a husband. That's
No!
she made that bed.
She picked a husband who has great friends. so
And I
that we
put
can
it in my
have fun.
vows. I said, I'm not marrying you. I'm marrying your tribe, I think is what I told everybody.
See? There you go. It takes a village, something I guess says.
Karen Vaught, thank you for bringing up. I need a Zabrowski Crude Ink wedding ASAP. I love that. Also, Crude Ink is Jeff's merch site. Check it out.
Nice
Great
plug,
stuff.
Chris.
Go to Crude Ink on Instagram. That's a good starting point. Check them out online.
This is the
Do
best
that
glass
shit.
of wine I've ever had.
All right. Well, what would you rather? Would you rather I go first or you go
I'll go
first?
first.
Wow. Interesting. Here.
I think people are like, can you please reels him? This might be a little. I hope that I put it.
I can
in-
slap you if it's bad.
I hope you do.
I'm so scared right now. With Jackie, I'm like, we'll get through this. We'll be all right. With Lexi, when the Zoom ends, we have to have a night. All right.
Okay, so I think you.
Wait.
I'm sorry, I forgot the rules. Will you
Consent.
Will you consent to my April rules?
I will accept your reel. Thank you for the real hand.
Okay, I'm scared because now you can slap me. Which might be fun. I don't know.
We talked about that earlier.
Isn't it nerve-wracking, though?
This is really
Yeah,
scary.
look at me in the eyes.
I think that you are addicted to escapism
I was not expecting this.
in video games. There's an element of like escaping from reality, right?
Alcohol, weed, video
there's
games.
like substance, and also TV. I think that you do your best to do your best to get to a point of the day where
Man, baby, thank you,
are
constrictor.
allowed to escape. It's
Right.
like, and you sleep-
My whole week revolves around my day off, my getting to the part where I can just like exit.
you sleep as long as possible, and then you work, and you work hard, and you like are really efficient
I will put down the
with
real.
your.
real.
It's
Okay.
okay.
I'm not
okay.
gonna smack her, but this is good. This is good.
You are really
Okay.
efficient with your time. And then that's why when I say, oh, hey, we need to do this task, chore, whatever it may be, even if I'm just like, hey, will you rub my back? It's like, oh my God, this is something that is going to eat into my escapism time. My time where I can just forget about everything and forget this reality and go into the next in whatever form it takes.
Interesting.
And so I think even when like I challenge you to find the joy in just like life without those things, like in being joyful and being happy that you are alive in the world, even though our world is a shit show right now, but like that you are just like that in
Well, that's
your-
why I'm doing fine right now too, though, because I'm like, oh, I'll just escape into my bullshit and not think about
Right.
it.
in your particular situation, I feel yes. So like you should feel joy just at the fact that you are very lucky.
I do feel joy that I'm really lucky. Also, another $69.42. Have you tried Visage? I have not tried Visage yet. From everything I've heard, it is Counter-Strike meets what's it called? Fuck, I'm already losing my mind on this. Overwatch. Jeez, it took me way too long to say that. Thank you so much. You were amazing, Scurrilous TV.
That's amazing. Okay, so so to wrap up, essentially, I want to challenge you to find joy in those tasks, those like bullshit tasks that you hate doing, that you just want to rush through. You want to rush through anything that prevents you from getting to that escape, including time with me. Maybe giving me a
Right.
back massage. That is also like something that he's like.
She's a
he
man,
just
baby.
Treats. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tara Daleks. I love you guys. Listen to all you relax after work as a dialysis tech.
Oh,
Fantastic.
thank
Also,
you so
Scurrilous, no, I have not tried the
much.
horror game. I should check it out, though. I will check it out. I thought you were talking about something different, and I apologize.
But what was I saying?
that I am a
Oh, yes.
bastard. That I.
But also, Katie Kennerly, I used
See,
to
and that's
to
the
fight
thing.
with the rugby
I'm
girl.
kidding. I'm kidding. But a back massage is like it's
It's
strenuous.
It's
a little
strenuous,
bit.
yes,
Yeah.
but it's
I'm not
like,
gonna give you
but
April Reels.
I will put
We'll give you
strenuous.
April Reels. We're fine.
I will muscle myself. I will be like in pain, not in pain, but I will like do strenuous work for you because I enjoy touching you.
Right.
You know what I mean? For,
Right.
For everything that I
But
ask
I
you
enjoy
to do.
touching you. But
Wait,
you know.
let me finish. You also interrupt way too fucking much.
That's a different reel, and that is going to lead to a real slap. Are you giving me a second?
Give
reel
her a
right
real
now?
slap. I mean, that's an April Reel.
Too loud. Okay. Do you need to slap me?
No. Keep going.
But it's just, everything that you do, you're rushing to get to the next, to the point where you can escape from your mental state. So I'm just asking you to find joy in doing the bullshit things. You know, just be happy anyway.
But I'm not
I
like.
will say I understand where Lexi is coming from.
Yeah.
I completely
Yeah.
do agree.
Thanks.
And because there is times too when you love what you do, and I think what it is that we have been given a gift of loving what we get to do for a living.
Yes.
And it's hard sometimes because then our like I think it's like part of the conversation we had on page 7 this week, where it's like it's hard to say, well, then I'm gonna shut off. It's like, no, you playing video games on your day off and it being an actual day off is very different than like you watching TV so that we can record a pop history episode. But it's hard sometimes because you look at our life and it's like, well, you're always hanging out.
Right.
It's like, no, weirdly enough, we've just like created a world where our work is
So
like
you almost
Molly
have to
calls
find
it
a new
leisure work.
level
Well, what's funny to me is
Of
like my
a new level of fun.
my reel for you is not going to be this, but my reel for one of my reels for you on a daily basis is like you need to do the opposite. You need to learn how to escape more, how to relax more. Like you can't
fine.
take a day off. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm a little too far.
Oh yeah, Nerdy was right. You didn't you didn't ask for consent yet.
No. But she knows
it's-
this is something
this
we
is something we talk
we
about this all
scream
the
about
time.
constantly. But
Okay.
I'm only using it or saying it to you
Idea
as
of Spaceman.
as a
You're
way
welcome.
to segue into I never thought about the other side of that, and I'm a little too much on the other side of that, and that's
Yeah.
something you haven't brought up to me until just now during this reel, which makes this very authentic and great, is that I haven't thought about, and I think a lot of it comes from this, because a lot of it comes from like if I take a walk in the middle of the day just to enjoy a walk, I still feel a weird pang of guilt. Because, oh no, I've been trained that it's a Monday afternoon and I should be miserable and working. And I think a lot, I've been trained since school to like hate my weekday in order to get to my weekday night and my weekend in order to actually enjoy myself. And that bled into post-college. College was a little more loosey-goosey. But after that, we got into a 9-to-5. You know what I mean? She's a man, baby, with 10 from Craigslist Cutie for you, Holden Lex and Jackie Jeff, our relationship goals. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
We screamed at each other earlier today about who had to go get coffee. It was a terrible fight. It was so
It's okay.
stupid.
Jackie called and she broke up.
She broke up the fight.
I broke the fight.
But it's so true. I feel like I've trained my brain to be to live in the existence of I'm working towards the weekend, essentially, like in general, just working for the weekend, brain-wise, and I'm trying to correct that, especially now that I really do enjoy what I do.
You enjoy what you do.
I
so
love
why not,
podcasting.
like,
I love,
enjoy it.
Right.
Why not like let yourself enjoy the work? I know it's still work.
God,
sometimes.
can you internalize that, though, a little bit on the other aspect of can you enjoy time off of work?
Sure, but I also work so spread out.
That should have been a reel. I should honestly be reeling Lexi
It's okay.
with that. I
It's okay.
apologize.
I forgive. It's
I
fine.
apologize.
But like,
I just want to do a different reel that's a boring counter reel.
I understand. I work so
I understand.
spread
These
out
are
that
together.
it's-
These are together reels.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
two sides of the same real coin.
Yes.
Mini slap. You can give me a mini slap for not asking for
Can I
consent.
slap your peenie?
Yeah. Don't call it peenie. Okay, April reel. Don't call it. Accept my
Let's
reel.
have a reel for you.
Stop calling it peenie. I hate
Do it on
peenie.
stream.
I cannot stand peenie.
I'm gonna slap your big fat cock.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, fine.
Oh my god. Jesus actual physical item. You just hurt my balls.
That's fine. Jeff hates it when I call his cum his Jeffy spaghetti, so I get it.
She's a man, baby.
Spaghetti.
Teal'em says some massage oil for Lexi. Massages can
I
also lead to
love it.
defrost, in my opinion, and my own personal frozen experience. Yeah,
Teal'em's-
absolutely.
Yes, please, thank you. Oh my God, that's another thing. I ask him to
Fucking-
give me a massage, and it's just like, oh, I just have to get it done. All right, we have 15 minutes.
Okay. Is it my turn
so
to?
sorry,
That's like my honestly my left nut is bruised right now.
A Paige and Peony merch. Can you make a Peony merch?
And I had a little like wart kind of not too far from my penis for a while until I got it removed, and she would call it my
Oh, is this skin
she would
tag?
call it my dongle, and now I hate that word and I hate everything anyways. So
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll make it up to you if you let me.
69. You guys have to 69.
Rule 69. Okay, Alexis
We want
Robbins,
69.
are you ready for my reel? Yeah, please.
Ew, nothing but trouble. Welcome to the newest episode of Peony 7.
I'm so sorry about your penis.
It's okay.
Yes, I accept
Yeah.
your reels.
Okay. This is not the first time you've heard this from me, and it will not be the last. The self-deprecating humor, the constantly, man, baby, thank you, Dr. Mont. The constantly shitting on yourself, the constant joking around other people about how you think you're unattractive or too, overweight or something like that. It breaks my heart every time you say it. I love you so much. I think you are beautiful. Everybody in chat thinks you're so beautiful. I'm almost gonna get emotional. It really crushes my heart to hear you hating on yourself and disliking yourself. I know you are so beautiful. I don't know how to convince you of it. I don't know what I can do to convince you of it. Maybe heat up a little more. Maybe in the bedroom is a good start. But I just love you so much, and the world loves you, and things are so beautiful. And I just want you to feel that way, you know? She's a man, baby, 50 from I don't really play video games. Massage Lexi Holden, I will.
I don't really thank you.
And maybe I need to work
You
harder
make
on that
me
because I need to be more
cry.
excited to massage her, because massaging you is not because I'm like, ew, I have to touch my wife. I love touching my wife. But it's more just like that I'm tired at the end of the day and shit and being selfish and trying to escape. Thank you, Nicola Bellamy 77.
Ask for massages if I didn't have the pain.
Yes, of course. And I want to, she's a man, baby. Thank you, Kesa Lanish. And I don't mean to make everybody cry. And I think this will probably be the last reel. I just, you a man, baby. You just, I feel that way. But it really, every time you shit on yourself in that way, you know what I mean? It like hurts physically. Like it hurts me. Coldplay VR, lover. Thank you so much.
Thank
But
you
Coldplay.
so much, guys.
So anyways, and everyone's crying now, and I didn't mean to make everyone cry. Gavin loves you. Thank you so much. Did someone like mass gift?
My
Yes.
breasts are crying. Yeah, an anonymous donor.
An
did.
anonymous donor. Thank you so
Oh my
much
God,
for that.
Thank you so much.
So anyways,
Thank you.
that's your reel. And I know that's like a weird reel because it's like you're beautiful is sort of the real, but it's honestly you have to
I-
internalize it. You've got to figure it out. We both need to talk to somebody. We both need therapy, and we've talked about that a lot this year.
Yeah.
We need to follow through with it, and that's such a big part of it. Jackie's holding her breasts. That's she's being emotional at that point.
Good lord.
I'm also holding my breasts, says C-Butt.
Everyone's holding their breasts.
You
Oh.
made me cry.
Well, I just, maybe for this year, you know what I mean? I just like, I don't know. She's a man, baby, with another $69 donations. You guys are cute. Stay rad. Thank you so much, Scurrilous TV.
We're
You
doing
have
a
so
toast.
much
We're doing a
money.
toast.
A toast.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
definitely should do a toast.
Here, can I?
And Jeff, really consider next year's.
Yeah, Jeff, if you want to say anything.
I mean, you guys have made it sound really fun.
She's a man, baby. Game SDS. This was beautiful. We love you all. And I honestly, that you're real on me is something I'm going to be thinking about for months.
Really?
Oh, in a good way. In a good way. That's
Okay.
really neat to hear. Man, I've been trying to meditate and I've been trying to tap into living in the moment and enjoying myself, but you're so right. I think it's age old, like since school sucks. I just want to get to the weekend. I just want to get, you know what I mean? And then, drugs and alcohol come in to the scene. Man, baby. And then that's even more escapism. And it's like, what about the world is cool? Like, I love doing research. I love doing the podcast, I love doing this. But it's even with that, I can be like, oh, if I can just get through this stream, I'll get to play more video games.
Yeah.
And that's so dumb when it's like this is the best part of the night by
and
far.
the video games make you so angry.
And the video games do make me angry. So.
Yes,
And
and
parents
Carly,
are feeling very nice. Been re-listening Roundtable for months. Holden has the most extreme emotional glow up, which you really have. You are a different person than you used to be.
Right.
That's why we're best friends.
That's why. I mean, our whole relationship has changed over the last 5-6 years, for sure.
Yeah. But Holden and I have had like really close times of our friendship, but then we would drift apart again. And this is like, I mean, now we're like, I think that we're almost besties.
We're almost, like, I don't want to say anyone's my best friend, because I fucking hate that. What's so funny, too, is before you, I would say it was your brother. You know what I mean? That's the craziest thing, is there's something about you guys' genetics that I am just magnetized to.
yeah, it's true.
We're monsters.
She's a man, baby, from something, I guess. I love you both, Lexi. You are an angel. Holden, you have been a
love
big
you.
influence in my life. Jackie, you and sex and other activities have actually helped me make changes in my life. And Jeff, you were just awesome.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Something
Thank
I
you
guess
so
to
much.
Aw.
Crude Inc.
We love you, Jordan, so
I
much.
didn't do anything.
Well, you're great.
The
Everybody else
gross
is great.
slug boy has turned into an emotionally mature butterfly. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sorry, you can keep
What
working.
did I do?
No.
Jeff's supposed to be working behind me, and I keep just being like, beep.
She's a man, baby. Bunzai Taylor, love you all and this community so much. Thank you so much, Bunzai.
I mean, if I was giving myself an April Reels from Jeff, I would say that I'm too needy. I'm a very needy partner.
oh, I have.
Judge how needy I think you are.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, if Lex and I were just gonna April Reels each other, I was not prepared for tonight's April Reels with Lexi because I
just
thought she
it
was
the
out.
First thing that came in my head.
That's so good, though. I've never heard you state that so in that way at all, and so eloquently.
It popped
That
in my
was
head while I was
really
playing.
well stated. What? Yeah,
you
yeah.
did a really good job.
All right. I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. That's it. That's April Reels.
Unless anybody else wants to throw some criticism at me, I'm really good at taking it.
She's a man, baby. We've got $1 from MDLEO Spaceman, and MDLEO Spaceman says, all I have is $1, but your love is worth much more, like at least $1.50. Thank you so much.
We love you.
Let's be honest, all video games make you angry until you see the Sarah McLachlan commercial about the neglected animals. That makes me way more angry and sad, absolutely.
In the arms of the angel.
She's a man, baby. 10 from Liz Claire O'Hara. Thank you for everything. Made my day better after working at a grocery store. You are
thank
doing
you.
God's
Thank
work.
you.
Thank you
Grocery store.
so much for what you're doing. I cannot explain how much
Thank
I appreciate
you.
our almost more so than the people making a lot of money. She's a man, baby, from So with 50. I was so nervous about this stream. Thank you for doing this. Y'all make our lives so much better. We love you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
But you grocery store workers, all you people that are not making a stupid amount of money, like say a doctor or someone, and still out there doing that work is, I can't tell you how much we appreciate it.
Yes.
And I should be donating to you. She's a man, baby, from Tilms, the 5.
will be.
Jackie, please gift yourself a Rita because SAOHA made me realize I was the motherfucking partner, and now we're married.
That's wonderful. Congrats.
I was the asshole partner, and now we're married. Awesome,
Oh, the
Tilms.
asshole partner.
That's
Also,
awesome.
Steve Brown, it's all good. We're just here. We're here for each other. I'm so glad that we all got to see each other tonight and we got to talk. I mean, you guys saw some awkward, but you know what they were? Real moments. It wasn't the most funny, silly, but you know, that's not what April Reels Day is.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not what it
Real
is
Day
at
is
all.
very
It's serious.
I think
And
that
it's
this,
setting.
this
It's very
is really
uncomfortable.
like Lexi looks like a hot version of the hot nun and sister.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Scurrilous TV, are you only a
Healthy.
simple baker? Baker, thank you so much for the
We
donations
quit being
tonight.
polite and started getting fucking real, and that is the point of April Reels Day. So that tomorrow we can toke it away now.
Forget. I will be streaming at 7 p.m. with Carly for the weekend review. I will definitely be so baked out of my mind. I won't even know what is up and what is down. Please
Thank
consider
you, Ronan,
doing.
for later.
We should eat those mushrooms.
Sure. Consider eating whatever tomorrow. Also, what was I going to say? I wasn't going to say consider that. She's a man, baby, with 5 from Killface Lens. Thank you.
you.
Love you guys so much. Thank you for always making my life
Here,
and
don't
day
remember
better.
to ask consent before you do it though, because very important for April Reels Day.
That's what I was going to say. If you could want to consider doing this yourself this year or next, obviously it's a little late tonight to do it. She's a man, baby, with a 420 from Eve Schmeeve. Could y'all recap the reels? I missed them. Sorry. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
This is actually a great way to end it. But again, if you want to consider doing it yourself, please follow the rules. Please be in person. Please ask for consent and do a full trade-off. And I think I would love to see more people doing it. She's a man, baby. 40 from Zombie Apocalypse. You are all amazing, and I love you all so much. Thank you so much.
Love you, Zombie
Thanks so
Apocalypse.
much.
So
We
here,
love you.
here is the recap. We
But also, Erratic Magic Studios, I think it makes sense. Next year can't be just you two. You need fresh meat. I think we need to expand this next year. Well, I think one important part is that what my goal for this year is that I want everyone to fly in and for us to do it all in person.
Yes.
And I think that's what we need to do with we'll do a network-wide April Reels Day next year.
Man, baby,
Ooh.
thank
That
you,
was
Jerky
fun.
Jerks. So for a recap,
Can I just say something real fast?
what?
Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this.
please,
I-
thank
I
you for
really, really
becoming a
appreciate
part
it.
of this.
So, yeah. and thank
Uh,
you so much for caring enough about me that, Jackie, that you wanted to say something to me that you felt was necessary to
She's
say.
a man, baby, with another $69 from Have a Great Night, from Scurrilous
Thank you
TV.
so
Have a great
much,
night. I love you
Scurrilous.
all. Thank you. You have a great night. Thank you so fucking much, Scurrilous. You're fucking amazing, man.
Don't worry, I promise we will 69 in your honor later.
Absolutely.
Yes.
At least once for every donation.
At least once for every donation.
Ooh, wow.
Will we get
Golf.
that all done tonight?
Maybe not.
Probably not.
I think we need more time.
But I will put like a whiteboard next to the bed.
Okay,
Sure.
yeah, we'll start tallying it up.
Hash marks, yeah.
So here we go. Let's recap. Jackie gave the first reel of the night, and that was
That if you get another disease, you need to tell your co-hosts about it.
yes.
That's a very good reel.
Or
I-
virus, or
I
anything
agree.
else.
Or if we're in the middle of a super flu and I have said super flu, I should communicate that to my co-host and not lie about it for weeks and then tell you after the fact. I get it.
Mhm.
That was me being selfish and shitty. My response was you need to get better at saying no to people for things.
Yes, 1,000%. And I hear you, and you are completely correct.
Absolutely.
Jackie, you can also always say no to me for all of the crazy ideas that I cook up for us to do.
I love your crazy ideas, though. I like to say yes, is the problem.
I understand.
Your next reel was?
My next reel was that you guys needed to move to Los Angeles.
Yes. And
And
we
stop being scared of change.
yes. And honestly, I want
I
to
just love New York.
pass the buck
but
to
I
Lexi more
understand.
than myself on that one,
Yes.
but
Well, what were we gonna do this summer?
It was for both of you.
yeah, we'll definitely shout out Scurrilous TV.
Fuck
Thank
yeah,
you so
we'll
much
shout out
again.
Scurrilous.
Also, and then my reel to Jackie, which was the reason for the season for me tonight was you need to get better at handling confrontation with people when you're mad at somebody. We've got to get better at actually confronting them in person without it, flying off the handle. It's so easy to just go way off the handle, like off away from them, you know what I mean, and make it worse and worse and worse. Let's try to figure out how to make it better, and then confront them, which is something that I actually say to you, trying also to internalize that reel, because I also am
1,000%.
trying to
No, I
figure out
think
how to
it's
be
good. Yes.
more confrontational.
But I don't feel that way about you. I think you're a lot better at it than I am.
It's so scary though, dude, picking up the phone and calling someone you're mad at is so hard, and it's never easy. But I know if I just fucking, for lack of a better
Nip it in
phrase,
the
pop the
bud.
pimple there, I'm gonna feel so much better as opposed
You
to
are
just
so good at that. It's insane. He's so good at
like
that.
if you have
He-
conflict, just being like,
he-
hey man,
he
what's going
immediately
on?
just like, hey, I have an issue. Like with our roommates, with family
I'm not-
members, with
It's not
anybody.
that
Like,
I'm good at it. It's that I know I will go into the other room and start crying if I don't handle it.
yeah, but it's
immediately.
very impressive because it's a very difficult thing to
It
be
is a
good at.
really
You
good
never like
skill.
come at it in a way that's mean.
Right.
I definitely have.
Not while I've been with you, not for the past 2 years.
Out of anger.
I don't know. I've lost my temper.
You've grown though.
I've been a baby.
I love you.
That is the
Aw.
exact back and forth that you actually need. Where it's like, have I really been that great? Oh my god.
Oh,
Then
that's scurrilous, Stevie. Thank
then Lexi and I had actually the most. I'm gonna say Lexi gave me the most. Not to make you upset by saying this, Jackie, but Lexi gave me the most impactful reel of the night. My escapism fetish, almost you would say. My need to escape, eclipsing my enjoyment of the day-to-day and being in the moment, and you know, I'm gonna start meditating again tomorrow, and I think I've lost that because I've stopped doing that and learning to enjoy the fun fucking work I get to do, which is so true. I've spent so many years miserable in my day job to finally enjoy the work I do, and yet I still am obsessed with my time off and my downtime. And Lexi, I said to you,
said to me to stop shitting on myself, or just shitting myself because he can't afford the diapers. Anymore.
yes, but also to truly figure out how to love yourself.
love myself.
Not just it's not just stopping shitting on yourself, because and this is the more fundamental difficulty, and this is where therapy comes in, where it comes in for me on this escapism stuff, is like actually truly loving yourself when everyone around you does. Everyone in chat, and not just thinking you're a great person, when everyone in chat thinks you're legitimately a beautiful person, physically and, you know, spiritually and emotionally. Like it's looking in the mirror and finding a love for that person that you see. You know what I mean? Because it's only gonna get worse. So you need to figure it out now.
I know.
So you're gonna get all cracked up, and you know what I mean?
Cracked up.
You know what I mean? You get all the bad skin or whatever.
I'll develop a crack.
So this is the time to be like, I'm fucking hot. And you know what? Actually, though,
I think everybody needs to actually feel that.
I will
way.
say, though,
Everyone.
Lexi last night for our collage sent some really hot, like, boudoir pictures. 2 nights ago. Sent some really sexy boudoir pictures.
I
With,
can appreciate it now because it was 17 years ago.
right. But still, it was like, oh, I was a fucking smoke show in my
It's all
20s. At least
hindsight.
is a nice thing to hear from you when all I hear from you is, like, the opposite so much. So it's not like you're devoid of it. Thank you so much, Craigslist, for you.
I need to do something.
What'd you say?
Skin regiment. Harold, I was asking for a skin regiment thing. I need to do like some sort of like Twitch thing.
Oh,
We can get
yes,
into that. We
absolutely.
can definitely get into that. She's
I got all my
constantly.
creams.
So many creams.
I love creams. I
Uh,
love creams.
I love my creams.
Thank you, guys.
Craigslist cutie for you with the 10. This has been such a real outpouring of love. You guys are the best people because you're human. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I
saw another thing from Craigslist earlier, and I was just like, I almost said it, but it was a very sweet thing to say. So.
May 1st, 12-hour stream for COVID relief. It's going to be great. And Lone Star Gate, Holden, I'm really excited about how well you heard Lexi tonight. And Lexi, you were the epitome of assertive and empathetic. Great work tonight, guys. Thank you so much. She's a man, baby
God,
Seymour.
It makes me feel so good.
JF.
Kate, thank you.
This is why this holiday is actually important.
Scary, but it's good.
It started off
It
as a
is scary.
joke, and now I'm gonna probably celebrate it every year, and I hope more and more people do, because honestly, no one does
we
this.
need to make this much bigger. I don't know how. I don't know what. If you guys are watching, if there's a way that you think like, oh, you should do it here, I think that we need to make this a bigger thing.
Yeah,
It's
a public
pretty
event.
scary.
Maybe we'll do a live show next year or something like that.
Oh
You know
my
what I mean?
No, I don't know, but you guys saw how uncomfortable this is. I don't think that we should do this live. It's very uncomfortable.
It's
to
very
do.
uncomfortable.
It's not silly. It's very weird.
And I have
but
to
that's
read.
because we take it so seriously, and I think that we should.
This stream was really beautiful. I'm so proud of you, friends. Thank you so much, Carly. We love you.
Thanks,
and
Carly.
if I ever do move to LA, you will be one of the biggest holes in my heart, even though I know you said that you might also maybe do that.
No,
at
we're
some
gonna
point.
get her too. Again, this
Yeah,
isn't
we're just
about you guys, but I'm gunning for you.
Bring her in the U-Haul.
All right. Yeah, this has been great. This was better than last year, I think, even. I'm so glad you joined, Lexi. Let's go make dinner together now and have a nice night together. Even though I will be playing video games and escaping for a certain amount of time. But that's because
this is awesome, guys. Y'all should do a wider LP and April Reels next year. It's so funny the look on everyone's face when I was like, you guys should do it with us. Henry's like, no. Why would I ever do that? I'm so upset about it.
No one wants to do that. Why would anyone want to do that?
I'm like, can I please have some constructive criticism? I love it. I want people to tell me how I can be better.
It's one of those we're going into it. When going into it, it's a nightmare, and then as soon as it's done, you're like, oh, this is such a relief. And by the way, I also want to say, I wasn't sitting on anything going into this all year with Jackie. I had to dig to figure out.
I mean, same with you guys. I mean, that's why I was just like,
Oh my God, doing it with, oh man, it would have been so fun with
Karen. Also, yes, Barnett, no way would ever have.
Yeah, it would be so fun.
Like,
I would love to Reels Barnett.
He would fucking not be anywhere near this.
All right, I think we're gonna close it out. Thank you everybody for joining. Jackie, Jeff, famous last words. Just a kiss to show the love.
Just a kiss. Yeah.
We're gonna go get make food and watch Too Hot to Handle. I hope you guys are watching it too. We're gonna talk about it Tuesday, Jackie.
I'm talking TV this week. That's
a fucking bastard. And 90 Day at midnight.
All right.
Got all this. We love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. Mad props go to everyone that donated this evening. Really fucking appreciate it. Sterling, I am going to scream your name while I have sex later. If that's okay with you?
I'll figure it out.
All right.
By the way,
do at the end have like the point of no return.
All right, it's right after you come.
Yes.
by the way, our friend Instant 3Play is streaming to one person, so we're gonna raid Instant 3Play. So if you don't know what that is, if you're just joining us for the first time, it essentially pushes you into his stream, their stream. And they're gonna freak out when like a couple hundred people show up. So please feel free to freak out and chat.
They're the best too.
They're the best, the most sweetest people. They're the people who facilitated our New Orleans trip. So check it out. I'm gonna raid them now while we close out. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Take care.
Carly, I miss you.
Yeah, well, and Carly, we're hanging out tomorrow. Follow Carly,
right.
and we're doing a stream tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone.
Jordan.
I love you guys. We'll see you guys on Friday.
We love you guys. See you later. Stick with us for this raid just to see what happens. Just to see it for a little bit. Stick with us, okay? Don't go anywhere, okay? Have a good night, everybody.
Dark choirs and cathedrals music mix.
That's what I use for the... Stick with us, guys. We're going to raid Instant 3Play really soon, okay?
I love you guys so much. All of you.
I was so scared. Now I feel so much like...
I know, I feel great now.
Except for now I have a whole year to work on shit, which is definitely not...
I think we need to make it bigger next year.
Yeah, I'll go bigger. I'll go bigger next year.
We need surprise guests. That's fun.
Everyone needs a set amount of reels to drop, and you need a moderator like the presidential debate.
Jeff may be the... Yeah, we need a moderator for sure.
I'd love to be the moderator. I don't want
He's like, just don't reels
people on people, but I do like to keep people mellow.
Right. Jeff is a fair moderator. I agree, Craigslist. All right, we're leaving. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Love you.
Oh, they're going to freak out.
I'm so excited.